What is happening? Welcome to another pitch video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, founder of a site called pitcherlist.com. I was also a college pitcher and a former pitching coach. And anyway, we're going to talk about Nick Pivetta. And if you know me and Nick Pivetta, I had such adoration for this man when he was a Philly, when he had an amazing season with a high strikeout rate but bad ERA, I believe back in 2018. And it never panned out. It just never panned out. But we saw a hint of it yesterday as he went 9 innings, just 1 earned run, complete game against the Astros. And we're going to see what he is doing to get it done. So we're going to look at the 6th inning. I think that's a good representation of Nick Pivetta. And we, of course, are going to have, guess what, all of our colors. And the thing that I've been preaching for Nick Pivetta for ages is that if he's able to get high heaters and he's able to get his curveball and his slider just in the zone, not necessarily for whiffs, just get them for strikes, it really amplifies a fastball a lot. And the thing is, Pivetta, in the last couple starts, he's been really good at keeping that fastball elevated while not getting burned on the breakers. So we're going to probably see that this inning. Let's get to it. And he's trying to get some free real estate. He gets it. Good stuff. Good stuff, Pivetta. That fell in for a strike. You throw it again? Yeah. See, that's the thing. And that's what I'm used to from Pivetta. For every good breaking ball he throw, he'd have a bad one after. And this might kind of tell you, oh, okay, you threw 2 breaking balls. One, you got cute with the free real estate. Free real estate. Wonderful. But then you threw it again, and now you missed with the ball. And it kind of feels like, oh, all right, you're going to throw me a heater now. So if I'm Jeremy Pena, I'm leaning on that up in the zone and hoping to get it. And, so that's a fun scenario where Pivetta is in some ways benefiting from the fact that it's an obvious sequencing and then throwing it farther out of the zone because Pena is like, I think this is going to be a heater. And he swings because it feels like he should be rewarded for his correct guess, but it's so far out of the zone. So he's actually being harmed by his own smarts. I'm going to show this one more time. This pitch, Pena's like, I want this heater right here. That's where he's trying to get it to. And honestly, Pivetta benefits from not throwing it where he needs to, right? For not where he's trying to. That pitch lands up here, right? And you're like, why is Pena swinging? Because he was so confident that it was going to be this pitch, and he wanted to go after it. That's so funny to me. You get burned for doing the wrong or the right thing, and you get, that's nice. Sorry. Yeah, Pivetta gets benefited by doing the wrong thing, and Pena gets benefit from guessing the right thing. But anyway, what you're supposed to do is a Blake Snell blueprint where you throw fastballs that go up here, and then a curveball that plays off of that and comes down. That's nice. We're going to watch that one more time. It's so hard to resist. And Pena's realizing, oh no, I showcased myself with my fastball. Swinging at a fastball. I feel like he's going to throw another one because I just got burned by that, but I'm going to be ready for it. And then it's a curveball that falls on the table. You've already committed, and you are done. Good stuff, Nick Pivetta. And first pitch, he just blows a 4-seamer past Martin Maldonado. Now, I will say, if this were, say, Bregman, if it were Gurriel, if it were Altuve, you might not see that fastball up in the zone like that on the first pitch. They might be a little bit more aggressive, and he might not be able to get away with it. But this one looks like it was fouled off. I'm at Maldonado. And great. You got your first pitch strike, and that's a really good location. Do you throw it again because you couldn't hit it? Yeah, you do, and you get it out. There are times when I've certainly expressed when a guy swings and showcases what he wants, you want to throw the opposite thing. But considering that Maldonado failed in that first pitch, failed making good contact on it, and honestly almost returned it out because it went straight up. Right? Not straight back, straight up. Straight back means they're on it. Straight up means that they're beat on it. He threw in another one, and it got him an out. And I got to say, props to Pivetta for hitting his spot twice in a row and getting Maldonado out on his own. Like, that's just 2 straight well-executed pitches, and he got an out. Like, great job. Okay, here's the tough one. Here's Altuve. And what do you know? He's not doing that fastball. He's doing a slow knuckle curve. 71 miles per hour. That's I think on the slower end of Pivetta stuff. Oh, cool. There's a pitch that I have no idea because this is a wonderful broadcast. Based on the frame, I'm trying to see if I like can. Based on the frame, this looks like it was a slider that came up too high, and because it's Altuve, he's not giving it to him, which is just not fair. I'd say another slider here, not a fastball. Oh, okay. At least he got that call. And I kind of dig right now that we don't see the strike zone blocks, you know, because it makes it feel like pure baseball. Like maybe this one is actually outside the zone. Maybe. I mean, let's see here. I think a lot of people will argue that this is the zone, and that's outside of it. But we didn't see the previous pitch, but I want to think that that was a high slider that should be called a strike. So there you go. Good frame. Let's get back into it. Altuve, you get so many beneficial calls, so deal with it. All right, what is coming here? I don't know. I gotta think that he got back into count because of the fastball, and he's gonna go back to a breaking ball. I think Altuve is gonna be more into the heater here. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Yep, curveball that lands in beautiful, and that's free real estate. In a 2-1 count, I'm going to give him free real estate because he executed it. He missed in the first two, missed with the curveball, missed with the slider. I think Altuve is thinking, okay, he's not as confident on those breakers. I'm going to get another fastball. And he sees a curveball. And I got to hand it to Altuve here. A lot of guys would see this curveball in a 2-1 count, and they would swing at it because they feel that this is a hittable one. Like right here, like, oh, you know what? I should be swinging at this. This is a mistake that I should be take my chances at because I don't know if I'm going to see a better pitch than this. But Altuve wasn't going for a curveball, and if he had swung at this, likely, and at the end of the bat, fly out can of corn. So instead of getting himself out, Altuve says, you know what? I'll take my chances on the next pitch instead because I'm not striking out on this one. And that's why you see a lot of good at-bats from passive hitters and not super aggressive ones. That's a terrible pitch in the dirt. And now, man, you've executed 1 out of 4 breaking balls, and you had a fastball in the outside corner. I will say this. It is 2 outs, full count, against probably the toughest out of anyone inside of this Astros line. You could say Alvarez, too. I totally get that. But this is a really one that you're like, all right, I don't want to get beat completely on this. So I would take a chance, personally. It's not the worst thing ever if you walk him here. It's 2 outs, bases empty, right? I would personally execute that breaking ball that Altuve didn't want to swing at 2-1. That's the one I would go for. Maybe the slider, but I probably would go with the curveball one more time. That's just me. Let's see what we get. And he went with the slider, got one with the breaking ball, and Altuve was not ready for it, had to adjust. He couldn't do it, didn't know if it was a strike. He's actually talking to the ump right now to see, like, was that a strike or not? And I love it. I love it, Pivetta. That's the kind of guts that you want from a pitcher. You don't want to be predictable. You want to be able to throw all your pitches in any count. Altuve was not looking for the slider. I mean, I was thinking more of a curveball than the slider, but yeah, I didn't get it. And that's cool. That's really good. And that was overall decent command. I mean, sure, we had some mistakes with the breakers. Got to that full count, of course. Got maybe a little bit of a gift with that 4-seamer away to Altuve. But when Pivetta is able to execute that high heater and get his breaking balls in the zone for strikes, things like this could happen. So props to Pivetta. I don't know if it's going to stick around. I think the one word that he's been chasing his entire career is consistency. And I don't know if we're quite there yet. We've had some of it in the last couple starts, but I don't know if this is going to stick. But that's how Pivetta gets it done. I'm really excited for him. Hopefully he does stick around. But that's going to do it for today's pitch video breakdown. As always, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell. Don't miss any of these videos. I do them every single weekday morning. It's a lot of fun just watching all the different pitchers in the majors and help you understand who these guys are on the field and how they're getting it done. But that's going to do it for today. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs below and strike outside.